Anyways, okay. I'm upstairs in my room, so I don't know how this is gonna work because this is like really high on my little tripod. I'm out of breath because I just had to run up and down the stairs and bring all of my makeup up here. I'll have to adjust this in just a minute. First, the baby monitor is dead. Her baby monitor sucks. So, you take it off the charger, and I mean, the battery probably lasts for like, I don't know, an hour and a half, but certainly not long. And that's like with a fully charged battery. By the way, ignore my face. So anyway, I thought I would hop on here real quick and do my makeup while Rain is taking her nap. And this is making me sign in. So I'm like, what is the password? Also, I cannot type with nails to save my life. Sign in, timed out. What does that mean? You know when you're like, I don't have all day. That's where I'm at. What does that even mean? Wait, I don't need to sign. Okay, wait, I already have an account. So I had to put Rain in timeout earlier. It was at around like 11, maybe like 11:30. And she immediately laid down and went to sleep. So I was like, that's okay. I took all of her stuffed animals out. Sign in timeout. What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. I'm like, are you kidding me? You guys, I'm gonna have to go get the charger and the monitor real quick because I can't sign in, which is really odd because it's the right password. So one moment, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Got the monitor, have the charger. It's just easier to do it from the iPad, so that is unfortunate that it's not gonna work. So anyways, long time no see. Let me turn this up. I'm also out of breath because I get around my friends, siblings, and friends that vape, and then I take a puff and then I want some. By the way, this one smells so good. I love this one. I need to come up here and use this room more, honestly, because it's just so much easier. Like, all of my stuff is up here, but let me see if I can fix this. It's like I'm always on the go, you know what I mean? So like I just don't have time. Let's see if I can turn this off. I don't know if that's gonna help it or make it worse. I don't know. Okay. I always like figure out how to work this and then I don't come on for a while, or I don't use it. And Will got this for me. I think I told you guys this, but he got this for me. And then I discovered that it has to stay plugged into an outlet. So I'm like, I can't, that's not good. So then that makes it difficult. But I love the light. I love how easy, but like, look at this. I'm gonna have to go grab a pillow. And then I'll have to tell you, happy Memorial Day, by the way. I think I said that. I'm gonna go in here. All of these clothes here are for my brother and sister-in-law, and then toys, and then I have a ton of other toys that I've got to clean out. She's gonna be awake before I ever get started. Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh, I'm always petrified of like a snake or a spider up here. Hopefully one will be enough. I'm gonna try that. And then we also have to contact the AC people or whatever they're called. Hopefully this helps. But yeah, our AC, we've had a lot of issues and it's been messed up for a while. And yeah, I'm gonna have to get him to come back out here and look at it because it is currently 74 degrees up here. So I love that. I need to get my hair done. I'm really at the point of like getting it done. I trimmed it earlier, but you can see the little, love that for me. So anyways, yeah, happy Memorial Day. I still look crazy because this is like just a really weird angle. So I don't know, I'm sorry. We're gonna have to roll with it because I need to get started so that I can actually do this, or I probably won't be able to do it just because she's gonna wake up soon. She went to sleep at like, I think it was like 11:30. But she got in timeout because, let me tell you, also if you have any like tips for me, I'm a first time mom, so, and my baby, you know, she's almost 3, so I'm not like in the newborn stage or anything like that, but first time mom. I need to put my rubber bands in real quick so I don't forget, but her playroom is up here upstairs, and it's like a huge room. I'll show you guys if I remember. And so, yeah, like it started with, I self-tanned my face last night, by the way, and this got really streaky. I didn't really put moisturizer on as much as I needed, but here we are. We're gonna throw some makeup on over it, and then when I wash it tonight, yeah. But I haven't really had a lot of time, so I woke up. I've got so much to tell you, okay? So I woke up this morning at 3:45. It was storming like crazy here, and I get really like scared of storms. I don't like them, especially because we've had like tornadoes here in Tennessee, really for the last couple of years now, and it's just really scary. A lot of people here get freaked out when the weather's bad because of that. For the longest time, it was just like we didn't think that it was going to happen to us because they always said it, and then I think it was like 2009 or something, it did happen, and I remember I was in high school. 2009, or I don't know, I think it was 2009. Pretty sure. I feel like it was 2011 actually, or 12, because I was almost a senior. I graduated in 2012, but my face feels very dry because, as I was saying, I woke up super early, so I washed my face like not even the best. And I needed to wash it like a lot more, but I was just worried about the storm, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna shower off. tonight before bed because I want to work out. Every time I try to work out, y'all, things happen where I don't get sleep. So today it was sweet little rain. The weather was bad at 3:45, which woke me up, and I'm gonna use some rose hip seed oil. I love this stuff. If you have dry skin, you need to use some of this and mix it in with your moisturizer and a little bit of water, or dampen your face or whatever. That's what I do, and it always just so hydrating. But sorry, I keep looking at the monitor. But so yeah, 3:45, and then I finally went back to sleep probably about 5:30. And then it was like all gone. I got up and was watching the weather and stuff. And then at 6:30, it was like 6:30 on the dot, there was a really loud boom from the thunder and stuff. And so I, of course, all during the night, as soon as I wake up at 3:45 because I'm hearing this storm, I immediately go on and turn up the sound machine like a little bit at a time, because if you're a mom or a dad, you know that if you turn the sound machine up too fast, like I don't like her to sleep with like a really loud noise in the background, because unless it's nap time, I let her do that. But during the night, I just feel like, because I've slept like in the same room as the sound machine, I feel like you don't get as much sleep with all the background noise. So I still leave it on, but I turn it down. And it's just turned kind of low, enough noise that it's not like if we wake up to go to the restroom. She doesn't sleep in the same room with us, but Will likes to get up and eat in the middle of the night. So it's like enough to where, like, if you go to the restroom, she's not going to hear it. Or if he goes in there and eats during the night, she's not going to wake up from it. So probably about 40, I think, is like the limit that I do it on. And yeah, so we did that. I woke up, turned it up, and then once it started settling down, around 5:30, I turned it back down because I just don't want to interrupt her sleep like that. So anyways, then of course I finally go back to sleep, and I had planned yesterday, I told Will, I was like, I'm gonna wake up, I'm going to the gym in the morning, like I'm going to go to the gym, I'm gonna buy the $20 pass that they do. I think it's like a week for $20 or something, because I don't want to do a contract right now, because I don't really love the gym that's like right here beside my house. However, it is close and they do have childcare and stuff. But if I wake up really early in the morning at like 6:30, I can go like before Will wakes up and goes to work, and I can just leave Rain here asleep, which is my preference, to be honest. I prefer to not leave her with many people, but whatever. Something always happens to where like I don't get good rest, and so I'm just like, I'm not gonna go work out. I'm not even gonna have any energy, because I'm always just exhausted. And so yeah, I went back to sleep at 5:30, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna wake up at 6:30. I think I even set it for like 6:50 because I wanted to give myself a few more minutes of sleep. And of course, the freaking thunder, it was like 3 really loud booms. Like the storm had been gone for like 30, 40 minutes at this point. And because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to go back to sleep myself, because again, I'm scared of storms. Don't tell anybody. But so yeah, the first one didn't wake her up, but of course it woke me up because it was so loud. And the second one, I had already turned up her sound machine from the first one. And the third one woke her up, and she was hysterical, and I just had to jump out of bed straight from my sleep and go get her because I did not want her. That was the second time that she's woken up from a storm. And I always just get no sleep when it's a storm because I don't ever want her to like wake up and freak out and be scared. The first time it was so sad. It was scary. It was in the middle of the night and the really loud boom. So I had to jump out of bed and I was like, well, there goes my sleep. So I slept from like 11 p.m. I think I've already told you guys, but I struggle sleeping anyway. It just doesn't work out good for me. But I've been trying to have like a better schedule when it comes to getting in the bed, which I usually do, but I'm trying to be in the bed by 9:30, no later than 10, face washed, skincare done, in the bed, you know, watching TV, but off of my phone. Just like, you know, take my melatonin, just trying to really like get ready for bed. So I probably fell asleep. It's probably like 11:30. So didn't get a whole lot of sleep, but whatever. Here we are. So then she woke up. It was 6:30. I ran in there and grabbed her, and we snuggled on the couch and stuff. So she's pretty tired. I wasn't gonna make her take a nap. I was just putting her in timeout for 5 minutes. So that, oh, this is what I was gonna tell you. She keeps climbing, y'all. She's climbing everything. Everything, and I don't know what to do. So for her crib, this was part of the reason I ran in there to grab her, because I didn't want her to like feel like trapped or whatever. So I don't know what is going on with this. There's got to be a way to turn this down. Okay. This is the way, but that's as far as it goes, I think. So maybe if I move it closer. Ooh, yes, there we go. Because I'm like, this looks not great. So I don't have any water up here either, so just excuse my voice. I didn't have any more water in the fridge. I've got a ton outside in the garage, but they're not cold. And I didn't want to walk out there, so from like 6:30 to maybe 7:30, we snuggled on the couch, me and Rain, and then we watched Super Kitties. She's really into the Super Kitties. Once this runs out, I'm not getting any more, because that's what I do. I get around people and they do it, and I used to do the vaping and I love it. I freaking love to vape. That's why I know I cannot take a puff. I love it. I used to sleep with it probably, I don't know, like 4 years ago. And so I stopped, and the only way I stopped was with like nicotine patches. So just, it's like, don't even do it. Don't even take a puff, you know? But anyways, I did, and then I was like, I want to go get me one of those. So I told myself, when this runs out, I'm not going to get another one. And I do this, like I really do. I start it, and then I stop. And then, like my last one, I gave it to my brother. I was like, I don't want it. I don't need to be puffing this, you know? But whatever. So yeah, then I put Rain back in her room at like 7:30. I put her little tablet in there, and she laid in there and watched it. But, oh yeah, this is what I was going to say. She is climbing everything. So I found this thing on Amazon for her crib. And it's like, I call it her tent or her house, because it sounds cool to her that way. Because she don't like it, but she's getting more and more used to it. But it's like a little, I don't know what it's called. I literally don't know the name. I was trying to explain it to my aunt the other day, and I was like, you know what? I don't even know the name of it. But she it ties on her bed, and it kind of goes up like a little tent. Will calls it her house. So I started calling it her house, but it kind of like zips, and then it has like this little, there's like two zippers where it like comes together, and then there's like a little, I don't even know what this thing is called, but you like clip it on there or something, and it stays, so she can't get out because she will totally unzip it. So that's why I ran in there to grab her, but she's climbing out of her crib, and she is, so that I'm at least like, because I'm worried that she's going to climb out of her crib in the middle of the night, and then, which I wake up over everything, but I still, you never know, you know what I mean? You never know what's going to happen. So I might be really tired because I don't get a lot of sleep or something one day, and, it just worries me. So I found that on Amazon. I'm using that. But this is the other problem. This is our bigger problem. She is also in her playroom that's upstairs, like I told you guys. She is like trying to climb over the banister. I went upstairs the other day. This is like, there's just been so much going on. Like, that's part of why I haven't been on here either. My mom had hip surgery, so I've been working for her and doing stuff. And then it's just like Rain and her like development has just went really crazy and wild. And she's just a climber now. And I came upstairs the other day, and like I couldn't find her. And of course, I have a camera up there and I'll watch her on it. But there was like, it's always turned on loud and I can hear her. And so I had a phone call, and it was a really important phone call. So like, there's a fence and everything upstairs. Like I'll show you guys before I get off, but she can't get out, but either way, I'm always watching her up there just because I need to know what's going on. And it was like 5-7 minutes, I don't know, that I wasn't looking directly at it. Now, the iPad was still playing because I set that up there sometimes so that she doesn't feel like completely alone, and she just runs around anyway. So I went up there and I was like, okay, she hasn't had a nap today, so maybe she just fell asleep, which has never happened. This child does not take a nap. Like, she never falls asleep in a car seat. She is just always on the go. Like, she does not want to take a nap. So anytime we get a nap, it is only like at our home. She's got the blackout curtains, it's just, and it's like I have to have a very strict schedule with it. And so yeah, I went upstairs, and Will said that it was really sad when he was looking at the camera because we played it back. And like when I noticed that she was gone, I'm like, Rain, like it just made me realize, like, holy cow, could you imagine, like, a parent, like, I can't imagine losing my child in any way, because that feeling that I had, I was like, did someone come in and get her, but I knew all the doors were locked. I know there's a gate. The gate was closed, and it's like a really nice gate that we have up there, because I'm already paranoid, about her falling down the stairs or anything like that. So it just, like, I could not figure out, and I was so, like, scattered that I couldn't even, like, think to pull the camera. Like, I was trying to pull it up, but I knew in my mind I was trying to pull it up, but it was also just, like, what is going on? Like, where is she? And I just could not function because my focus, like, I was hoping to pull up the camera and be like, okay, did someone walk in here and grab my kid? Or did she climb over? Which I don't know how she would climb over. And it was just so crazy. So she did. I found her. I was like, rain, 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 you know, and then I come in here and that door was open, which freaked me out because I was like, oh my gosh, like, am I going to go in here in the attic and she's in there and she fell or something and she's like no longer here? You know, like I was just freaking out, you guys. And it was so terrifying. So anyways, I kept saying her name. I kept looking around. I'm like, she's not downstairs. The garage door's locked. Not only that, she can't reach like the garage door, like the opener. But of course I went and checked just to double check. We have like the little, everything downstairs is like baby proofed. She can't even open the doorknob on our door to get out. So, but it didn't make sense. And I came over, I noticed that this room that I'm currently in, because like her playroom is directly across from this room. It's like this little office room or whatever. There's a bathroom here, and then there's a closet on this back side, and then her big playroom. This upstairs is like its own little apartment or whatever. It'll be perfect for when she's older if we're still here. But I walked over here because she was not answering me back. I'm like, saying her name, freaking out, and I see her sitting right here underneath my desk eating my Tic Tacs. They were all dumped out on the floor, and I couldn't even get onto her. Like, I was just like, Rain, come here right now. And I just made her give me a hug, and I was just like, I was so scared. It was terrifying. So after that, I was like, we have to find something for her crib and for this banister. So I've been looking, oh, hello. Hi, T. We've been looking for something for the banister, but I can't find anything. And, we got that for her bed, which I can zip up. So that's why, like, I'm comfortable right now that she's, I don't know, I just feel very on edge about it because I'm like, there's all the what ifs, you know? Even during her nap time, I'm like, is she gonna wake up? She like immediately crawls out now as soon as she wakes up. So I've been doing a lot of like looking online and reading stuff and listening to YouTube videos about the whole crawling out of the crib thing. But the banister, I'm like looking on Amazon, and the only thing that I have found, because the problem is not that she can squeeze through the little, what are those things called? The little white things over the banister, or between the bottom and the top of the banister up there. She, like, a lot of people seem to have the problem where their kid can like squeeze through that little hole right there, but she doesn't do that. She's like climbing it. She puts a toy over there at the edge and she climbs it. And then it's like, it's even more scary because I'm like, what if she falls, you know? So right now, this is what I've done. So the only thing that I could find how to fix that was, it said plexiglass. And I'm like, I mean, I don't even know how I'd do that. I mean, I just don't know. I would have to show you. But now I'm just really worried about her being in her playroom, and it's like I can't even, I don't know, take my eyes off the camera because I'm so worried. So this morning, that's why she got in timeout. And so she just immediately went on to sleep. As soon as I put her in timeout, she just went right to sleep. Since she woke up at 6:30, she usually doesn't wake up until like 9. So she's a little climber. I'm going to, once I'm done with this, I'm going to try to take her. This looks so bad. This better come off when I wash my face tonight. So I'm going to try to take her over to the park because the sun's coming out a little bit here, just to get her out of the house and burn some energy. But it's like, it doesn't matter how many timeouts she gets, how much trouble I get at her on or in, how many spanks she gets, you know, and I don't spank hard. Everyone's like, you need to spank harder because that's why she's not learning, or that's why she's not listening and doing it again. But I mean, I don't know, it just feels like it doesn't do any good. So I've got to figure out something about this banister, because I'm like, if she crawls over like, it's just really long. So it's like if she crawls over like on a different side, she could seriously fall and like hit the stairs, you know? So, and then roll all the way down. So I don't know. It's so stressful. Oh yeah, so this is what I've done for now. Let's see. So for now, she has like a little, it's like a toddler, it's called like a My First trampoline. And she's got that in her playroom that I got last year for her birthday. And it has like a big net and everything, so I just moved that over and put it like, it doesn't even, I mean, it covers some of it to where she can't do it, but not the whole thing. It actually leaves the part, like the worst part of it, exposed. But I haven't seen her climbing in that area because she don't really have anything. And I don't know. Like, I think it makes sense in her mind that, like, that's not where she should climb at anyway, because she kind of climbs over and then stands on this little, there's like a little part that she stands on, and then there's like the first step that she's able to like step down off of the banister onto. So, I don't know. These are my Tic Tacs that she was eating, though. She could have choked on that. Y'all, you seriously cannot leave these kids alone for 5 minutes. You can't. But she looked so cute sitting under my desk eating. All my Tic Tacs were all dumped out and she was eating them. And I was just so happy to see her, you know, because I thought I had failed. I'm like, oh my gosh, where's my kid? Like, and it was just a really important phone call, but it's like, that's when these things always happen, you know? And it's not like I didn't have the camera on and wasn't watching or attempting to watch, you know? It wasn't like I just put her up there and let her be and never, you know? But I looked back at the time to see, like, how long was she gone? And it was literally like 5 minutes. Maybe 7. It wasn't very long. But I just gave her the biggest hug and I was like, my whole life revolves around you. Like, you cannot do that. I just felt like I don't know, it just made me realize that, wow, like my whole everything revolves around her. If something happened to her, like, life would never be the same. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, she's my only kid, which I'm sure people feel that way with all of their children, but it was a really scary feeling that I'd never had before like that. So, yeah. She's awake. So, like I said, I'm not going to do much, but I do want to come back on here if you all want. I really want to laminate my eyebrows. I haven't done that in a while, and it's just so easy to do it that way and be done with it. I am going for my first micro needling session. I think it's Thursday, but if it's Thursday, I'm gonna have to reschedule because I'm going to do something else. We're gonna go do something else on that day. And the lady told me it's like $250 to do micro needling, I think is the name. But I did a little laser treatment down there. They let me do it for free. I guess because they said it was just like a small area. It wasn't like the whole face, which I thought was very sweet. But yeah, I'm excited to see like if that helps with the scarring and stuff that I have. Can't really see it in this light, but maybe a little bit, yeah. Well, this is like really bad self-tanner. She's so cute. This age is really fun, but it's a lot because I'm like, we're climbing out of cribs. We are climbing over the banister, like, very scary. I wish we could play music on here. I don't really do the whole TikTok, but I do hear people talk about how they like that you can actually play music over there. Rain is super into Super Kitties. So I went and told this lady to fix my lips where they were like still, I don't know, they weren't looking right, and nobody pointed it out to me, but when I said something about it, they noticed it, right? So I went back over there and she was like, oh, they're fine, you know, don't pay attention to what people say, all this stuff. Well, they're still crooked, so I'm gonna have to go back again. Can't be walking around with crooked lips. And she just put like a bunch of like Botox. And now I can't feel any of around my mouth here. It just feels really weird and I don't like it. So, I don't know, y'all. I'm just like, it just costs so much. Like, if the person doesn't do it right or if it doesn't look right, and this person that I'm going to now, like, she does literally everyone that I know that does that. She does their lips and stuff, so I don't understand. But I told my friend, who is like really good friends with her, and he goes and gets his Botox, and the girl that he is really close friends with, she goes and gets hers there, and she gets her lips done, all the things, and hers look fine. My mom goes there. Like, so many people that I know go over to this lady. And their lips are not crooked. They are, like, they look great. She's standing up. Like, I can't tell if she's crying or what. But, anyways, when I point it out to people, they're like, yes, I see it. So, And like to even do that, it's like completely numb all around here. So something that I don't really like is like when I'm like saying, hey, there's like, it doesn't look the way that I want it to. And, you know, it was like $500, you know, plus. And, it's like, I've had this happen. I went to 3 injectors ever, and they would try to talk you out of it. Like they'll talk down where it's like, oh, it's just you. There's nothing there. Hold on one second. Hey, stop doing that right now. Don't do that. Sit down. Mommy's going to come and get you. Don't do that. Hold on. Sit down, please. Okay. BRB. I'm going to go grab her and bring her up here. Mommy's going to go right here and finish her makeup, and I'm going to turn Bluey on. And then I got you some lights. What? What? Mommy's got to finish her makeup. Then we're going to go to the park. We're going to go to the park? What? Okay, this one will go. You don't want to go to the park? Say it. Say it. Use your words. Say it. You can't come on Mommy's camera. Mommy's not letting you come on camera. Come on. No, you gotta go in here for now. Mommy will be done in a minute. You wanna play on the iPad? You wanna take it in here? Mommy will be done here in just a minute. You want Moana? Yes. Okay. Or Moana? Yes. Okay. Yeah, Mommy hit restart. Alright, can I have a big hug, please? Yes. I can. Big hug, big kiss. Alright, Mommy will be right back, okay? Okay? Alright. Go sit on your trampoline. Can you sit on your trampoline, please? Can we help you? Come here. Come on. Here. Come up here and watch it. Wow. Come on, get in there. I'll help you. All right. Leave it like that. Want me to leave it unzipped? Okay. All right, sit right there. I'll be right back, okay? Say, okay, Mama. All right, Mommy's going to be right here. Okay. I forget what oh yeah, okay, so the lady is like all three injectors that I've gone to, they always try to be like, oh, it's just you, we're our own worst, you know, I think I told you guys this, and so when I went back to tell her about it, it was just like, there's something. it was just like, I don't see it. There's nothing there, like, type of thing again, and she's like, so where is it like crooked at? Where's this that you're talking about? And so I'm like, trying to point, and I don't even have a mirror to see in. You know what I mean? Like, if I was an injector and someone's telling me that they notice there's some unevenness, I would like give them a mirror and be like, show me what you're seeing. And it doesn't matter even if nobody else noticed it. If I notice it, then that's a good enough reason to fix it, right? And the other thing that I was going to say, I don't know. I just feel like if I notice, oh, she said this, that nobody's face, nobody's lips are perfectly like symmetrical, which I can agree with that. Whatever, I get it. However, if I am paying for a service, like I feel like people go get their lips done and stuff or anything else, facelift, all the things, nose job, whatever, because something is off with it. And like, especially lips, okay, we can just stick with lips. They're probably unsymmetrical before they come to you. So that's the reason that they're doing it, to make them more symmetrical. So to tell me that it's just never that way, and like, I don't know, I just don't like that. Now, again, my mom uses her, and literally I have so many friends that use her and their lips look really great. And she did do good making it look better. But again, this is higher and this is lower. And you can see it, but mostly like you can't see it unless I point it out. But I don't like it and I want it fixed. And this side goes down a little more or something. I don't know. And so I told my friend, I'm like, I need you to come over there with me, because one of my best friends, his name is, well, I guess it doesn't matter what his name is, but we've literally been best friends since 8th grade. And he goes and gets Botox there. And basically his friend, that is a female, do with that what you will, but she works over there some, and they like, basically she gets her stuff done for free, but she works and they do, like, they have their own business and stuff, and like, they do like a lot of parties and stuff like that. So I feel like the injector lady has like a reason to make sure that her stuff looks good. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. Because I'm like, why is it that, I don't know. And then also she was like, she goes, you have an M-shaped lip, which is really hard to do or whatever. And I'm just thinking, well, then why did we do it anyway to begin with? If like that's the reason, if that's like why you're saying that my lips can't look a certain way, when I'm telling you what I want, like when I went back, there was never a mirror given to me until before I left. And you can't tell anything because it's like swollen. And she didn't even say like, what do you want to do? It was just like, she just grabs whatever. I'm assuming it was Botox because it wasn't in my lips. Maybe there's like one bruise up here. I don't know if you can see it anymore. It's pretty much gone. It was right there. But just starts putting it like all over this whole area. And when I left, I was just a little like, I don't know, frustrated, because I'm like, I want to know what you're even like putting. Like, you know what I mean? I don't even know So it's just very aggravating, and I just feel like I don't even want to deal with it anymore because I've already got my lips dissolved 2 times. When I started out with her, I had to pay $300 plus another 150 or something just to get them dissolved. So I had to get them dissolved when I went to her because that's what she said I had to do. I couldn't just keep what was in there because it was from somebody else and blah, 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 blah. So, and I told her then I did not like the way they looked. I told her everything. Like, this is why I'm coming to you. I don't want to deal with this. And if I see something wrong, like, I don't want it to be like, oh, that's just you looking too much into it. Because if I don't like it, then I don't like it and we need to figure it out. You know what I mean? It's on my face. And now I just feel super self-conscious because I'm like, does everyone see? Which, again, nobody has told me that they see it unless I point it out, but I see it, I know it's there, and I know that it's just, this is much higher, and this is much, like, I don't know. So, I was supposed to go there Thursday for the micro needling. Rainy, I love you. Mommy's almost done. But we came up with something yesterday that we are going to do on Thursday. It's like a family thing. So, and I would say it, but since it hasn't happened yet, I just don't want to say it. I just like it to be careful online and stuff. If it was just me only, but you know, with my sweet little baby and stuff, try to be careful and like mindful of those things. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna cancel that appointment and reschedule it. But I just feel very frustrated by that because I'm like, this is the third person, and a lot of people that I ask, they're like, did you have to pay when you went back? Like, when I got my lips dissolved with her, I had to pay. It was, like I told you, $350 or something. It was like almost $400. That's what I remember of it. It was 300 and something, and it was a lot, and it was closer to the 400 range. So I was like, holy cow, like, what a money racket, like, you know? And it is. And then, like, a week later, she was like, you have to wait a week and then come back, and we'll see, like, what they look like and if they all if it dissolved or whatever. And I was like, okay. And I don't even think she said that. It was like, you have to wait a week, because I remember being like, wow, I'm not used to my lips being the old shape that they were. So, like, can I get it done today? And she was like, no, you have to wait for at least a week. So I had to wait a week, and honestly, it was fine. It was whatever. But then I went back, and she was like, yeah, we need to add some more in there. It didn't get it all. And again, I got charged a lot of money again. And I'm thinking, how is it my fault that it didn't all get dissolved the first time? I don't understand that, but whatever. So, whatever. I had to pay, and I was like, this is just part of it, I guess. Well, at this point, right now, I have spent so much money to get this stuff redone and fixed and all of this stuff. And now I'm over there and I'm like, my lips are freaking crooked. Like, and then she's like, oh, I don't see anything wrong. And I'm like, okay. And then it was like, well, sometimes people are just jealous, and if they don't do filler, then they're just talk down to people. And I'm like, I don't think that's what anyone's doing to me. I think they're just, they see what I see, and like, they're being honest. And I want honesty, you know, like if something's crooked and it's on my face and I see that, I'd rather someone be like, yeah, I see that. I see what you're seeing. Don't lie to me and tell me you don't see it. Make me walk around with my face all crooked. But all of this just makes me think, like, I don't even want to, I just want to freaking be done with it, because it's just like not worth it at this point, you know? I don't think I'm going to go back. I'm going to get this fixed, and then, because I'm sure I'll have to pay for that. Because when I just went back this week or last week, whatever it was, last Monday, for her to fix it, to straighten it, I had to pay again. And I paid $500 the week before for this for crooked stuff. You see what I mean? Like, I had paid $500 and there was some unevenness. And I go back, I have to pay again. It wasn't $500, but I still feel like I shouldn't have to pay again for something that you kind of messed up. You know what I mean? So, anyway, whatever. I'm going to have to go back and get it fixed because I cannot. And I just dread going back now because I feel like she's going to be like, I don't see anything, you know? And then I'm going to have to pay again because she doesn't see anything wrong with it. But that's why it's just all stupid, you know? It is a money racket. And I guess it's just, I guess everyone else in the world can get the lips that they want, except for me. That's what it seems like. I just have the worst luck with people. I really do. With hair, what's the other one? Something else that I've done. I don't know, but hair is another really big one. Maybe it was lips, but hair, a hairstylist that will do what I ask them to do to my hair is almost like impossible. It just doesn't happen ever. And then you got to pay $300 to get your hair done, plus the tip, because it's their time. They need a tip. And if someone does a service for you, you know, like you need to tip. But it's always just, I'm like, if you can't do what I'm asking for, just tell me that, like, and let me go somewhere else. Maybe somebody who can. I don't know. I feel like it's because I have a really hard time telling someone that I don't like something. Like, it's really, really hard for me to even go back up there to this woman and be like, you know, there's unevenness here. Because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings or, like, make them feel like they didn't do a good job, you know? So, it's really hard. But also, when you pay for a service, like, you should also get that as well. But that's just easier said than done for me. I'd rather be like, okay, I'll just go to someone else, you know, but really I need to just stand up for myself and be like, hey, this is crooked. I need it fixed. This is what I want. And I would think, like, if someone is coming in and they're saying that there's a problem with something, give them a mirror first and foremost, like, to look and show you exactly what they're talking about. You don't even do that. But here we are. Rainy, are you ready to go to the park? Yeah. Okay, me too. Mommy's doing her last thing and then we're going to go to the park. Thank you. I hope you get it sorted out. I wouldn't notice, only you say. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. Oh my gosh. I hope so, because I'm done with this. But that's what my tattoo says. Did I say that on here? But let me tell you something really weird about Botox is, like, you just can't feel it. Like, I don't know. So then when you're like, I can't even feel my lips, you know? I don't know how the girls do this. Any plans for Memorial Day today? Are you off work today or are you working? What's going on? I'm not doing anything. Honestly, the older I've gotten, I try to like stay off the roads because I know people like drink and drive and stuff like that on the holidays. So I don't know. I just feel like it's easier to stay home. So we're going to go to the park early and then we will come back and I'll make dinner. I don't know what I'm going to make yet. I just made me some shrimp and green beans. And I made Rain some chicken, her dino nuggets. She loves those. Oh, okay. I did not know that. Interesting. I wonder if everybody else knows that and I'm just the only one. The only slow one that had no idea. Like, okay. Cool. You got your hair tie? Hair tie now? Oh, okay. Yes, the shrimp with, what did I say? Green beans. And she's gonna eat her dino nugget. And I don't know for dinner. Oh, I know what I'm making for dinner. I make these, Will makes these vegan wraps, and they're so good. I'm gonna post it on here because it's so good. And yeah, I'll make a video and post it on here today. They are, it's called Daring Chicken. Daring or Daring. Daring chicken, plant-based. And he does the Cajun one, and then he puts like pico and lettuce, and I do sour cream in mine, and avocado, and what else? Black beans. And then he like wraps up this big burrito tortilla thing, and he puts it like in a pan and it has like some oil on it, and then he like gets it like nice and crispy on the outside. You know, it's so good. So that's what we're gonna have for dinner. Semi-healthy. You don't eat shrimp? What? I don't like any other seafood, but I do like shrimp. And I didn't eat shrimp for like, me and my aunt were talking about this the other day. I tried shrimp. I went my whole life without eating avocado and shrimp. And I think I was probably like, I don't know, 26 maybe, the first time I ever tried it. And it was because I was at a family dinner and it was like one of the early ones. And Will's mom made it. And I did not want to be like the only one that was like, I don't like shrimp, you know what I mean? And just be like picky. So I forced myself to eat it. And I was very surprised at how good it was. And that's when I was starting like, okay, I will start tasting some. And then it took me a couple of years, but that's what led me to try sushi. Do you like sushi? I love sushi. Now, I don't like all sushis. I only do that. I think it's called like California roll or something like that. Okay, yeah, I don't, fish is just gross. And yeah, I don't like salmon either. But I recently tried, it was like a fried catfish, I think, that someone, there's this man, he like owned, I don't even know if he owns his business. He like cooks out of his house. I think he's like a veteran or something. And I feel like he's a veteran because I only met him once and it was like very brief, but he bought a car from where Will works at, and Will did his paperwork, and he told him that like he cooks food and kind of like sells it, but I don't think he's like supposed to. So anyways, he cooks fried catfish and he makes really good coleslaw. Anyways, he brought some over and I thought that was so sweet. He brought it over to our house and he just really loves cooking and stuff, and he didn't even charge Will for it. I thought that was so nice. But he what I feel like, I can't remember what he did. I don't know what he does. I don't think he has a job. That's why I think he said he was a veteran. But I refuse to try any fish ever at all because I got sick on it one time in like 5th grade. You know those little like fish sticks? Oh my gosh, I used to eat fish. And then in 5th grade when that happened, I ate those and I got sick and was vomiting and stuff, and was never ever able to eat fish again because it was just so gross. And it just grossed me out. The smell of it, the taste of it, all of it. So I would never eat fish again. And when this man brought this fish over, the fried catfish, this was probably like 2 months ago. He just wanted to bring some to our house for free, which I thought was so sweet. And Will told him that I ate it too because he had already brought Will some to work and Will loved it. And so he was going to eat mine. But the man came over and he was so excited. And he was like, try it, try it. And I was like, oh, I will, I'm going to. And I kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And then finally I was like, okay, I'm going to have to try it because I don't want to hurt the man's feelings. So I did. And I was just like, wow. I mean, I really went all these years without eating any fish at all after that in 5th grade. It was 5th grade. So now I'm like a little more like open to trying it again, but it's been really slowly over the years. It's not something that, I don't know. And it's just like, and I just won't even try salmon. Like, I don't know. It's just something about it. Maybe I'll get there. I never thought I would try sushi. Or a crab leg. I did try a crab leg, and that was in October of 2023. So we were on vacation and we went to a seafood place and I tried it and I did not like it. So there's that. But okay, I'm gonna hop off here because I'm gonna go get, you've never had sushi. That's crazy. You need to try it, and you need to try the California roll, I think is what it's called. That's the only one that I've tried. I don't know that I would like the other ones. It doesn't have like a super, like a, I don't know, it doesn't, it tastes really good, and it tastes, it makes you feel healthy or something. I don't know. I don't feel as bad eating it. It's really good. And sometimes you can get it. We have a store called like Publix here. I don't know if you have that where you're at, but it's just like a little grocery store, and it's like a more expensive grocery store. And I've seen them they have like a little tray of like 10 or 12 or something. And sometimes you find a good place to get them from. And they have like the little California ones. And just make sure you get a lot of sauce. I eat all other things. Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, I hope you have a great day. Thanks for hopping on. I appreciate you hopping on. So, yeah, I'm going to show you the burrito tonight. I'll come back on here and show you how we do that. And maybe you'll try that sometime. It's really good. So many people, they don't do vegan stuff. And I didn't for a long time. And I'm not 100% like a vegan or anything. But over the last several years, like, I've gotten more into it. But I still eat meat and stuff like that. But I just like it because it's like more healthy. And I'm like, if it tastes good and it's more healthy, then why not? You know, that's just kind of how I look at it. But the tortilla is not healthy, obviously. So, all right. Also, please let me know if you have any suggestions for the banister, because I am so terrified that she's gonna crawl over that and fall. And then once she's out of there, I'll show you the room and like what it looks like. So maybe you or anyone else who sees this later will have some pointers for me. All right. See you later. Bye.